The fluorescent lights of the Walmart buzzed, casting a sterile glow over the crowded aisles. Jinx, Starfire, Aqualad, and Kid Flash, a motley crew of young heroes, navigated the shopping carts and towering displays of household goods. It was supposed to be a simple supply run, but then they saw her. A woman with striking bee-like wings, shimmering with a golden sheen, stood near the seasonal decorations. Her long, flowing yellow hair cascaded down her back, drawing the eye of every shopper nearby. There was something unsettling about her presence, a tension that crackled in the air. Jinx, her magenta eyes narrowed, discreetly pulled out a small, ornate artifact, a trinket imbued with her chaotic magic. She focused, channeling her energy to probe the woman's aura. A shiver ran down her spine. The artifact pulsed with a dark, malevolent energy. "She's bad," Jinx whispered, her voice barely audible above the din of the store. "Really bad." Aqualad, his expression serious, leaned closer. "What kind of bad? Evil energy. Like super evil," Jinx replied, her eyes never leaving the winged woman. Kid Flash, ever the pragmatist, shifted his stance. "So, what's the plan? Do we grab some bug spray and call it a day?" Starfire, her emerald eyes glowing with determination, stepped forward. "We must confront her. If she possesses such malevolent energy, she poses a threat to the innocent." Aqualad nodded in agreement. "Starfire's right. We can't ignore this." Kid Flash, though still slightly apprehensive, zipped around to stand at the back of the group. "All right, fine. But if she starts buzzing, I'm out of here." With a silent agreement, they began to approach the woman. The air grew thick with anticipation. The woman, seemingly oblivious, continued to browse the Halloween decorations, her golden wings fluttering slightly. They were ready for anything.
Go on, dude. No, tell me more the story, dummy. The story. Gemini a little slow. Never mind.
As the heroes closed the distance, the woman with the bee wings finally seemed to notice them. She turned, her yellow eyes, which held a disconcerting stillness, fixing on Starfire. A faint, high-pitched hum emanated from her wings, growing slightly louder. "Well, well," she said, her voice a low, honeyed drawl that sent a shiver down Jinx's spine. "What do we have here? A little gathering of heroes?" Starfire stepped forward, her hands glowing with her starbolts. "We sense your dark energy. What are your intentions?" The woman chuckled, a sound that held no warmth. "Intentions? I'm simply shopping. Like everyone else." She gestured languidly towards a shelf of plastic pumpkins. "Though, I must admit, I find these decorations rather pedestrian." "Don't play coy," Aqualad said, his water bearers forming at his wrists. "We know you're not here for Halloween decorations." The woman's eyes narrowed, and the humming from her wings intensified. "And what, pray tell, do you think I'm here for?" Kid Flash, ever impatient, zipped around her, trying to gauge her reactions. "We know you're packing some serious evil energy, so spill it. What's your deal?" The woman's smile widened, revealing a row of sharp, almost insect-like teeth. "Oh, you want to know my deal? Very well." Suddenly, her wings unfurled, expanding to an impressive size. The humming escalated into a piercing buzz, and a swarm of miniature metallic bees erupted from her wings, swirling around her like a living shield. "I am Bumblebee, and I am here to pollinate," she said, her voice dripping with malice. "Pollinate this world with chaos." The metallic bees began to dart towards the heroes, their tiny stingers glinting under the harsh fluorescent lights. Kid Flash, reacting instinctively, zipped around the swarm, trying to disrupt their formation. Aqualad summoned a wave of water, attempting to wash them away, but the bees were too agile, dodging and weaving through the water. Jinx, her eyes glowing with chaotic energy, unleashed a wave of bad luck, causing several shopping carts to careen into the swarm, momentarily scattering them. Starfire, meanwhile, launched a barrage of starbolts, incinerating several of the metallic insects. Bumblebee, however, remained unfazed, her eyes fixed on Starfire. "You are the strongest here," she said, her voice laced with venom. "You will be the first to fall." She launched herself at Starfire, her wings propelling her forward with incredible speed. The two clashed in midair, a whirlwind of starbolts and metallic bees. The battle had begun, and the aisles of Walmart had become a chaotic battleground.
Oh, Starfire is more powerful than Jinx. More powerful than Aqualad. She's not faster than Kid Flash, but she definitely beat him in physical hand-to-combat battle. Okay, Starfire use her super.
It's all good. We do a lot of stuff on social media. It was like naturally like the other stuff. He really doesn't care, man. For us to use your stuff on this. We're supposed to be flying out on Halloween.
Okay. Newfound strength. Okay. Oh, sorry, I just want to fix some things. Just want to fix some things up, y'all.
Starfire, her eyes blazing with righteous fury, met Bumblebee's charge with a powerful haymaker. The impact reverberated through the aisle, sending shockwaves through the surrounding displays. Bumblebee, caught off guard by Starfire's raw strength, was sent hurtling backwards, crashing into a towering stack of shopping carts. The metal groaned and buckled under the force, sending a cascade of carts tumbling across the floor. Before Bumblebee could recover, Jinx seized the opportunity. She unleashed a torrent of bad luck, a swirling vortex of chaotic energy that enveloped the stunned villain. The air crackled with misfortune, and Bumblebee, already disoriented, was bombarded with a wave of improbable mishaps. A rogue shelf of discount candy tipped over, burying her in a sugary avalanche. A runaway motorized scooter, inexplicably activated, rammed into her side. And, as if to add insult to injury, a flock of startled pigeons, somehow trapped inside the Walmart, swooped down and bombarded her with, well, you know. Bumblebee, now a disheveled mess of wings, yellow hair, and discount candy, was propelled backwards by the sheer force of Jinx's chaotic blast, sliding across the slick tile floor and disappearing into the next aisle, a chaotic trail of destruction marking her path. Nice shot, Jinx, Kid Flash exclaimed, zipping around the debris. Though I think you just gave her a serious sugar rush. Aqualad, his water bearers still shimmering, surveyed the damage. We need to keep her contained. She's too dangerous to be allowed to escape. Starfire, her expression grim, nodded in agreement. We must pursue her. She will not be allowed to spread her chaos. The heroes cautiously advanced into the next aisle, their senses heightened. The aisle, once filled with neatly arranged cleaning supplies, now resembled a disaster zone. Bottles of detergent lay shattered on the floor, creating a slippery, sudsy mess. A towering display of toilet paper had been reduced to a fluffy white avalanche. And in the center of it all, Bumblebee was struggling to her feet, her wings buzzing angrily. You think you can stop me? She snarled, her voice laced with venom. I am Bumblebee. I am the harbinger of chaos. She unleashed another swarm of metallic bees, this time larger and more aggressive. They swarmed towards the heroes, their stingers glinting menacingly. But this time, the heroes were ready. Aqualad summoned a tidal wave of soapy water, creating a slippery barrier that trapped the bees in a swirling vortex. Kid Flash, using his super speed, created a miniature tornado, sucking up the bees and sending them spiraling into the ceiling. Jinx, focusing her chaotic energy, caused the overhead sprinklers to activate, drenching the aisle in a deluge of water, further hindering the bees' flight. Starfire, meanwhile, charged towards Bumblebee, her starbolts blazing. She unleashed a concentrated blast of energy, striking Bumblebee directly in the chest.
Woo!
The villain staggered backwards, her wings faltering. You cannot defeat me, she screamed, her voice cracking with rage. I am. Before she could finish her sentence, Starfire unleashed another powerful blast, this time aimed at Bumblebee's wings. The golden wings, weakened by the previous attacks, buckled and shattered, sending a shower of metallic fragments raining down on the floor. Bumblebee, her wings crippled, plummeted to the ground, landing with a resounding thud amidst the sudsy chaos. "You are defeated," Starfire declared, her voice ringing with authority. "Your reign of chaos ends here."
All right. There's more parts to this story. Here, get off my phone. There we go.
Bumblebee lay sprawled amidst the suds and shattered cleaning supplies, her broken wings twitching weakly. The metallic bees, deprived of their source, scattered and fell to the floor, their buzzing dying into a faint metallic whisper.
Wow.
"No, impossible," she gasped, her voice laced with disbelief. I was supposed to bring chaos." Starfire, her expression firm but not cruel, stepped closer. "Your chaos ends now. You will be contained, and you will receive the help you clearly need." Aqualad, his water bearers dissipating, approached cautiously. "We need to secure her. We can't risk her escaping." Kid Flash, still zipping around, gathered the scattered metallic bees into a small makeshift container. "I'm guessing these things aren't exactly eco-friendly. We should probably get them somewhere safe." Jinx, her magenta eyes narrowed, kept her focus on Bumblebee. She felt a lingering residue of dark energy, a faint echo of the malevolence that had pulsed so strongly before. "She's still got some juice left," she warned. "Don't let your guard down." Suddenly, Bumblebee let out a low, guttural growl. Her body began to tremble, and a faint, golden glow emanated from her broken wings. The scattered metallic bees, seemingly reactivated, began to swarm around her, forming a protective cocoon. "You think you've won?" she hissed, her voice distorted and metallic. "You think you can contain me? I am chaos incarnate. I cannot be stopped." The cocoon of metallic bees pulsed with energy, growing brighter and more intense. The air crackled with static, and the fluorescent lights flickered ominously. "She's powering up," Kid Flash yelled, zipping away from the growing energy field. Starfire raised her hands, preparing to unleash another barrage of starbolts. "We must contain her now." Before she could act, the cocoon exploded, sending a shockwave of energy rippling through the aisle. The heroes were thrown back, their ears ringing from the deafening blast. When the dust settled, Bumblebee was gone. In her place, a swirling vortex of golden energy pulsed and shimmered, growing larger and more unstable. "She's dispersed her energy," Aqualad exclaimed, his voice strained. "She's trying to escape." The vortex began to expand rapidly, threatening to engulf the entire aisle. The heroes knew they had to act fast. "We need to contain that vortex," Starfire shouted. "If it escapes, it could spread her chaos throughout the entire city." Kid Flash, using his super speed, began to zip around the vortex, attempting to disrupt its energy flow. Aqualad summoned a massive wave of water, trying to push the vortex back. Jinx, focusing her chaotic magic, unleashed a barrage of bad luck, causing the vortex to flicker and sputter. Starfire, however, knew they needed more than just disruption. She flew towards the vortex, her starbolts blazing with renewed intensity. She channeled all her energy into a single, concentrated blast, aimed directly at the vortex's core. "For the safety of all," she cried, unleashing the full force of her power. The starbolt struck the vortex, causing it to implode in a blinding flash of light. The energy dissipated, leaving behind only a faint, lingering hum. Bumblebee was gone, her energy scattered and dispersed. The heroes stood amidst the wreckage of the aisle, their breaths ragged. They had stopped Bumblebee, but they knew she would return. Chaos, they had learned, was a persistent force.
Whew. Oh. Oh, come on. Are you serious? Gemini. Oh, my chaos, bro.
I changed the code. You can never be too careful with all these crazy recorded friends. We both know that's not gonna happen.
Focus, Gemini. Focus. 6:41 on a Wednesday. Focus, Gemini. Focus.
The aftermath of the battle was a chaotic tableau of suds, shattered merchandise, and scattered metallic bee fragments. The Titans, however, were nothing if not efficient. With a collective sigh, they set to work, using their various powers to restore order to the devastated Isle. Aqualad summoned water to wash away the suds, Kid Flash zipped around, gathering the remaining metallic debris, Jinx used her magic to right overturn shelves, and Starfire used her super strength to place the heavy items back where they belonged. They then checked on the other shoppers and Walmart employees, making sure no one was seriously injured or traumatized. Most were shaken, but thankfully, no one was seriously harmed. A few had minor cuts or bruises from falling debris, but Kid Flash quickly helped them with first aid. With the Walmart mostly restored, the Titans headed back to Titan's Tower, the air thick with the lingering tension of their encounter. Upon entering the common room, they found Robin, Cyborg, Raven, Batgirl, and Blue Beetle engaged in a lively game of holographic darts. "You guys look like you've seen a ghost," Cyborg commented, his robotic eye scanning their tired faces. "Or, a swarm of angry metal bees." "It's a long story," Starfire began, her voice weary. "A long, chaotic, and very buggy story," Kid Flash interjected, earning a glare from Jinx. They recounted their encounter with Bumblebee, detailing her unsettling presence, her metallic bees, and her chaotic energy. They described the battle in the Walmart, the destruction, and the final, explosive dispersal of her energy. Robin, his expression serious, listened intently. "A winged villain with metallic bees and chaotic energy? That's unusual." "Unusual is an understatement," Jinx muttered. She felt like a walking bad luck charm. Raven, her brow furrowed, added, "The chaotic energy you described, it felt familiar. It resonates with a certain instability." "Instability?" Blue Beetle asked, tilting his head. "Like a superpowered mood swing? More like a force of pure, unbridled chaos," Raven clarified. "It's unpredictable and dangerous." Batgirl, her analytical mind already piecing together the information, spoke up. "We need to analyze the metallic bee fragments. There might be clues to her origin or her abilities." Cyborg nodded in agreement. "I'll get to work on that right away. Maybe I can figure out what those things are made of." Robin turned to Starfire. "We need to be prepared for her return. If she's as powerful as you say, she won't be easy to contain." "We will be ready," Starfire said, her voice filled with determination. "We will protect Jump City from her chaos." The Titans, now united in their resolve, began to plan their next move. They knew that Bumblebee was a threat, and they were determined to stop her from spreading her chaotic influence. The atmosphere in the tower shifted from the casual game of darts to a serious meeting. The Titans were ready to face whatever came next.
Well, right back, guys. I'm back, guys. Make it action. Hang on, guys. Pack. Hope he does it.
Hey, Darman fam. Today I'm excited to be collaborating with the lunch lady, aka Juliana, for you watch today's video.
Okay, Cyborg. Okay, do we not make it action pack?
Cyborg, his robotic eye glowing, was hunched over his workstation, meticulously analyzing the metallic bee fragments. "These things are weird," he muttered, his fingers flying across the keyboard. "They're not made of any known metal. It's like a biomechanical alloy fused with some kind of unstable energy source." Suddenly, the lights in the tower flickered and died, plunging the common room into darkness. A low, buzzing sound filled the air, growing louder with each passing second. Guys?" Kid Flash said, his voice laced with apprehension. "I think we have company." The windows of the tower shattered, and a swarm of metallic bees, larger and more aggressive than before, poured into the common room. They buzzed and swarmed, their stingers glinting menacingly in the dim emergency lighting. "Bumblebee!" Robin shouted, his voice echoing through the chaos. "She's back." From the darkness, a figure emerged, her silhouette illuminated by the swarm of metallic bees. Bumblebee, her wings now reconstructed from the metallic swarm, hovered in the air, her yellow eyes glowing with malevolent energy. You thought you could stop me? She hissed, her voice distorted and metallic. I am chaos. I am inevitable. She unleashed a barrage of metallic bees, sending them swarming towards the Titans. Robin, Batgirl, and Blue Beetle, armed with their gadgets and martial arts skills, engaged the swarm, deflecting and destroying the metallic insects. Starfire, her starbolts blazing, flew towards Bumblebee, engaging her in aerial combat. The two clashed in midair, their attacks creating a whirlwind of energy and metallic fragments. Aqualad, summoning a tidal wave of water, attempted to wash away the swarm, but Bumblebee, anticipating his move, unleashed a powerful sonic blast, shattering the water into a fine mist. Jinx, her eyes glowing with chaotic energy, unleashed a barrage of bad luck, causing the metallic bees to malfunction, their stingers misfiring and their flight patterns becoming erratic. She's stronger this time, Kid Flash yelled, zipping around the room, trying to disrupt the swarm. She must have absorbed more energy. Cyborg, his robotic arm transforming into a sonic cannon, fired a concentrated blast at Bumblebee, but she deflected it with her wings, sending the energy ricocheting off the walls. Raven, her eyes glowing with dark energy, attempted to contain Bumblebee with her telekinesis, but the villain's chaotic energy proved too powerful, resisting Raven's control. We need to combine our powers, Starfire shouted, her voice strained. Only together can we defeat her. Robin, dodging a swarm of metallic bees, nodded in agreement. Starfire's right. Everyone, focus your attacks on Bumblebee. The Titans, now working in unison, unleashed a coordinated assault. Starfire and Cyborg fired a combined energy blast. Aqualad summoned a tidal wave of water. Jinx
Hang on.
unleashed a wave of chaotic energy, and Raven used her telekinesis to amplify the attacks. The combined force of their attacks struck Bumblebee, sending her crashing into the control panel of the tower. The control panel exploded, sending sparks flying and plunging the tower into complete darkness. In the darkness, Bumblebee's metallic bees swarmed, their stingers glowing with a faint, eerie light. The Titans, relying on their other senses, continued their assault, their attacks guided by the buzzing of the metallic insects. Suddenly, a blinding flash of light erupted from the center of the room. Bumblebee, her body glowing with chaotic energy, unleashed a powerful shockwave, sending the Titans flying across the room. You cannot defeat chaos, she screamed, her voice echoing through the darkness. Chaos will prevail.
The Titans will not be defeated on my watch. No.
The shockwave left the Titans disoriented, their ears ringing. Bumblebee, now radiating an intense golden glow, hovered in the center of the shattered common room, her metallic bees forming a swirling vortex around her. You have underestimated me, she hissed, her voice a distorted, metallic echo. I am not merely a harbinger of chaos, I am its embodiment. She raised her hands, and the metallic bees converged, forming a massive, pulsating orb of energy. The orb crackled and sparked, radiating an aura of raw, untamed power. This is the essence of chaos, Bumblebee declared, her voice laced with triumph. And I will unleash it upon this world. She launched the orb towards the Titans, its energy surging like a tidal wave of destruction. Kid Flash, reacting instinctively, zipped towards the orb, attempting to redirect its trajectory. But the orb's energy was too volatile, too unpredictable. It exploded upon impact, sending a chaotic shockwave ripping through the tower. The tower shook violently, its structural integrity compromised. Debris rained down, and the walls groaned under the strain. The Titans, battered and bruised, struggled to their feet, their eyes fixed on Bumblebee. We can't let her destroy the tower, Robin shouted, his voice strained. We need to get her outside. Starfire, her eyes blazing with renewed determination, flew towards Bumblebee, her starbolts blazing. We will not allow you to spread your chaos. She unleashed a barrage of starbolts, striking Bumblebee with the full force of her power. Bumblebee, however, absorbed the energy, her body glowing brighter. Your attacks are futile, she sneered. I am beyond your comprehension. Aqualad, summoning a massive wave of water, attempted to push Bumblebee towards the shattered windows, hoping to force her outside. But Bumblebee, anticipating his move, unleashed a powerful sonic blast, shattering the water and sending it crashing down on the Titans. Jinx, her eyes glowing with chaotic energy, unleashed a wave of bad luck, causing the floor beneath Bumblebee to crumble, sending her plummeting towards the lower levels of the tower. But Bumblebee, using her metallic bees as a makeshift platform, quickly regained her footing. Raven, her eyes glowing with dark energy, attempted to contain Bumblebee with her telekinesis, but the villain's chaotic energy proved too powerful, resisting Raven's control. She's too strong, Cyborg exclaimed, his robotic arm sparking. We need to find a way to disrupt her energy source. Robin, his eyes scanning the room, noticed a faint pulsating glow emanating from Bumblebee's chest. Her energy source. It's in her chest. We need to target it, Robin yelled. Everyone, focus your attacks on her chest. The Titans, now united in their purpose, unleashed a coordinated assault, targeting the glowing energy source in Bumblebee's chest. Starfire fired a concentrated starbolt, Aqualad summoned a pressurized jet of water, Jinx unleashed a focused burst of bad luck, Raven used her telekinesis to amplify the attacks, and Cyborg fired a concentrated sonic blast. Kid Flash used his speed to distract her. The combined force of their attacks struck Bumblebee's chest, causing the energy source to flicker and sputter. Bumblebee screamed in pain, her body convulsing. No, you cannot defeat me, she gasped, her voice cracking. The energy source began to destabilize, emitting a blinding flash of light. The metallic bees scattered, their buzzing dying into a faint whisper. Bumblebee's body began to disintegrate, her form dissolving into a cloud of golden energy. Chaos will return, she whispered, her voice fading into nothingness. The golden energy dissipated, leaving behind only a faint, lingering hum. Bumblebee was gone, her energy scattered and dispersed. The Titans, battered and bruised, stood amidst the wreckage of their tower, their breaths ragged. They had defeated Bumblebee, but they knew that chaos, like a persistent echo, would always find a way to return.
All right, Gemini, thank you for that great story, guys. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's skip this ad. We'll hit the next one of this ad. Hang on, let me get rid of this ad real quick. Oh, okay. Which this ad goes, y'all. I'm waiting for this ad to go. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Have a good day, guys, and spread love to the world, y'all. We don't need negativity, we need love and positivity, all right? See y'all.